Catholic Alpha Radical Podcast, episode 17. Why does your lady seem distant? Listen now. And it's even harder being a man God's way. Why? Because we have to die to ourselves. We have to die to our selfishness, which gets in the way of our true manhood and our holiness. Because God asks so much of us. That's why a lot of men, we shuck our responsibilities. Because that's why I'm saying it's hard. It's really hard. God asks a lot more of us than we ask from ourselves. Okay? This is why Christ came to show us how to be authentic men, true men, Christian soldiers. How does dismissing God, being disobedient, affect your marriage, your relationship with other women? Well, it's because you feel you have nothing higher or greater than yourself. If you're being disobedient with God, if you don't do God's true word, if you don't study and learn the Catholic Christian faith, if you don't really know what God's really asking, then what happens is you have this itching, this call inside of you to be the man God's calling you to be. But until you do, you only consume yourself with you. Selfishness. You consume yourself with selfishness, what you feel, what you think. Men, we don't think that we do that, but we do that. When you don't have God and something greater than yourself, which is God, you don't think you have a true creator, then you think you're God. And when you think you're God, the only thing you do is you consume yourself with yourself. All right? And what happens is, like I said, selfishness consumes you, and you do all that you can to fill that hole in your gut. But nothing ever fills that hole in your gut, does it? That's why we try to fill it with what? Pornography. We try to fill it with pleasure and sex and games and work and money. But, and talking to psychiatrists and stuff. That stuff works for a while, but it doesn't work. It doesn't continuously work. It stops. Why? Because we are meant to be with the infinite. We are infinite beings, which nobody's going to tell you that, because when we die, our souls still live. Souls cannot be created nor destroyed. They're energy, okay? God created them. Only God can destroy a soul, okay? So when you die, your soul, it either goes to hell, it either goes to purgatory, or it goes to heaven. And so we are infinite beings. That's why we're infinite. Why? Because God is infinite, and we are made to be with God because He is infinite. He created us. That's why anything in the materialistic world, in the natural world, nothing can really satisfy us, give us complete happiness. You didn't know that, did you? That's why you have me and Christ and the Holy Spirit here. We're trying to show you. Because nobody's explained to you like that before, okay? So what happens with your wife or your girlfriend? Eventually, they either do two things. One is they become distant from you, which is what? They don't want to be around you. They're not the same woman. They don't act to you like they used to. Why? Because you're selfish. You're selfish. You only consider about yourself. You act like you care about your wife and kids, and your girlfriend and stuff. But people, the thing about people, men or women, is we have the BS meter. And the more experience we have, the higher our BS meter is. Okay? We can pick up on stuff instinctively. And a lot of times we don't even know it consciously. So what do women try to do? The second thing they try to do is they want nothing else to do with you once their BS meter gets to that sees how selfish you are. They try to get away from you unless they've had a child with you, unless they slept with you. Then it's a lot harder for a woman to leave you or to remove herself from you. Okay?